Have you ever had the feeling that you left something important for later? And when you finally thought about acting, it already felt too late. Words you wanted to say, but swallowed. Apologies you postponed, waiting for the right moment. Changes you promised yourself, but never truly began. Maybe you are not close to death, like that man on the cross. But there may be something inside you that feels time is passing far too fast. Maybe it is a relationship that has grown cold, a decision you have been putting off for years, a calling you know exists, but are afraid to embrace, a change you know you need to make, but keep delaying. And the quiet question begins to echo in your heart. What if I don't get another chance? It is not a comfortable question. It stirs fear, regret, the sense that life does not wait for our courage to arrive. Today we are going to talk about a man who reached the limit of his own existence, with no more time to correct mistakes, no more opportunities to prove anything, no more way to rebuild his reputation, no more way to erase the past. But even so, he found mercy. And maybe this story is not only about him. Maybe it is speaking directly to you. The Gospel of Luke presents us with one of the most intense scenes in biblical history. Jesus is crucified between two criminals, men condemned to death for real crimes, with no possibility of escape, no appeal, no human hope. Crucifixion was not only a form of execution, it was public humiliation, extreme pain, slow suffocation, total exposure. In that scene of suffering, the two men react in completely different ways. One of them mocks Jesus, "If you are the Christ, save yourself and us as well." He wants a miracle, but not transformation. He wants relief from pain, but not confrontation with his own life. The other man, however, reacts in the opposite way. He recognizes his guilt. He acknowledges that he deserves that sentence. He admits that his story was built on wrong choices, and he recognizes something even deeper. Jesus is innocent. Then, with the little strength he has left, he makes a simple request. "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." It is not a sophisticated request. It is not a long prayer. It is not a perfect theological confession. It is simply a broken heart asking for mercy. And Jesus' answer changes everything. "Today, you will be with me in paradise." Today, not tomorrow, not after paying a debt, not after proving change. Today. Imagine that man's mind. He had no time to fix the past, no way to return what he had stolen, no way to ask forgiveness from those he had hurt, no way to build a new reputation, no way to prove that he had changed. All he had was that moment. Maybe you also carry things you can no longer undo. Decisions that change the direction of your life, broken relationships, lost opportunities, impulsive choices that brought real consequences. Maybe there is a voice inside you saying, "Now, it is too late. You have already ruined everything. You have crossed the line. God will not listen to you anymore." That voice does not shout. It whispers. It seeps into your thoughts. It shapes your self-image. But the cross confronts that lie. The illusion of the last chance. We were taught to believe that everything has to be earned, that redemption must be deserved, that change must be proven, that love must be paid for. That logic works in the world. But it does not work in the kingdom. The thief had no spiritual resume. He had no good works. He had no time to change his behavior. He had only a broken heart. This deeply confronts our pride, because we would like to control our own redemption. We would like to pay for our mistakes. We would like to compensate. We would like to maintain some sense of merit. But grace does not work that way. Grace does not negotiate. Grace does not demand performance. Grace does not wait for you to become perfect. Grace meets you exactly where you are. The mercy that disarms, Jesus did not ask about that man's past. He did not ask for explanations. He did not demand promises. He simply said, "Today." This reveals something powerful to us. Mercy does not depend on the past. It depends on the surrender of the present. Heaven is not looking for flawless people. It is looking for sincere hearts. Sometimes your cross today may not be physical, but emotional, financial, spiritual, relational. Maybe you are living with a marriage that has grown cold, a career that no longer makes sense, a void that nothing fills, a silent weight of guilt, a constant fear of failing again. You are always saying, "When I fix this, I will come back to God. When my life gets better, I will get closer. When I feel worthy, I will begin." But life does not wait, and grace does not require perfection. It is available now. The pride that delays healing. Many people do not drift away from God because of rebellion, but because of shame. They believe they failed too much, that they disappointed too deeply, that they fell too far. But the thief had nothing to offer except humility, and that was enough. The contrast of the two thieves: both were suffering, both were dying, both were before the same Christ, but only one chose to surrender. The other chose to mock, to harden, to protect the ego. This teaches us that it is not pain that transforms. It is the response to pain. Redemption is not about erasing the past. It is about transforming the future. God did not erase that man's story, but He gave him a new destiny. Redemption is not about going backward. It is about moving forward with a new identity. If God was able to transform the final minutes of a criminal, what can He do with the time you still have? What conversation are you postponing? What apology are you avoiding? What change do you know you need to make? What fear is paralyzing you? Maybe today is your today. The cross was not only a place of pain, it was a place of new beginnings, not because someone deserved it, but because someone surrendered. If this message spoke to you, write in the comments, "There is still time." Maybe this simple phrase is the first step of a new story.